35 years ago, I came to a meeting like this. Brig Hart was doing the meeting. There was only 8 people in the room. It was in Lake City, Florida. I was a realtor then. I owned my own company. What interest rates had gone to 20-some%. I shared this before. And we were going out of business. How do you sell real estate when people are complaining about 7%? No, it was 20%. And I'm going, how do you sell it that you don't? And what do you do with those people that that have entrusted you to help them succeed? It's hard. It's very hard. You're looking at them, they're not making any money. They're frustrated. They're trying to figure out, just like a lot of you get in this business, what do I do next? And that's why r3gteam.com is there. And that's why, a business like Stop Like Go is here. It gives people an opportunity to have multiple streams of income. Most guys are working, most women are working, but is it enough? Just watching the national convention, they said 65% of the country are having trouble paycheck to paycheck, paying their bills, getting food. And so what are we going to do? Well, you know what? We can either make a change or make an enhancement. I like the idea of making an enhancement. That's why I see Stop Like Go. It's an enhancement to whatever you're doing now. Does it work? Will it take some time and energy? Yes. And so tonight we want to welcome you to Stop Like Go. Debbie and I have been involved in this business since, I guess, a year ago, a little more than a year and a half ago. It launched, behind the scenes, and then we actually launched July 31st, the business. So we're coming up on our 1-year anniversary. You know what? For 6 months, we talked about bringing new products on. At that time, we only had a fuel pill, and that fuel pill is what we started the business with. Now we've got 4 or 5, 6, 7, what we call wow products, our Acai Plus. You know what? We've got our CBD products. We've got, kinesiology tape. We got all these things that have been brought on. And now Seaforth Marketplace, we have hundreds of products you would have been buying at Walmart or CVS or Walgreens are now in our business model. And then we have a portal, which you can go travel. You can get almost every product that we have in the world through our portal. And, I'll share a little bit about that as we go. But what we really want to know is, why are you here? I can tell you my story to some degree. And 1986, 87 was disastrous. You know what? I worked 10 years in the real estate business. I owned my own company for 4 or 5 years, was on my way to be the next Donald Trump, as most people think, in the real estate industry. And then the bottom fell out, 20%. A couple of years it stayed high and you weren't selling anything. And you know what? You're trying to just pay the bills. There were still people that had to sell to move and things like that. But man, it was almost difficult. You had to have cash to buy anything or a large amount of money. And so it was difficult. At that time, I decided, Debbie was a hairdresser. I was in real estate. I was trying to do some extra things. And a guy came up to me, as I've said in the past, says, you ever look at other ways of making money? And I looked around like, I'm sure somebody's got me on candid camera. And so I said, is it legal? And he says, doesn't matter. And I said, no, I need the money. And so I just bought my dream car, a Jaguar, 3 or 4 months before the crash. And I'm trying to figure out now, I got this car, I got a house payment, I got 2 daughters. They all want to be a dance team and all these other things that are going on. And I'm going, how can I keep this all afloat? And so when this guy said, I've got something, I said, well, I don't really understand what you're talking about, but I'll come to a meeting. And I came to a meeting, and you know what? I realized why I was there. I was there to take a look at something that could make a difference. Will it? I don't know. Just like I just said on the devotional, it's going to take work, and you're going to have to be strict with yourself to follow through. And so, as we move forward, our concept, man, I love this. It really is too simple. And that's why, it's kind of like coming to Christ. It's just too simple. So people want to make it difficult. They want to try to conjure up all these other things about, hey, it's just accept the Lord. Just tell him you want him in your heart, and it's a done deal. And here, you know what? We come up with all the reasons not to, because we're ashamed or we're guilty or we're judgmental or we've done things in the past. But the truth is, he loves us and he wants us to know him relationally, not by somebody's book or somebody else, but us personally. And so I like that simple concept we pass on to Stop Like Go. Our concept is simple. It's shop and save and share and earn. I don't know of anybody on the planet, Alan, you know of anybody that doesn't want to save money? I was raised, I'm not a kid anymore. I'm in my, I hate even, I'm afraid to even admit, because I feel like I'm still 40 or 50, but I'm in my 70s. And I remember growing up and my dad always said, a penny saved is a penny earned. You know what? So when you save money, you're actually earning money. It's a benefit. And so I love the idea that we shop and save. And then, I don't know of anybody that doesn't save money on something that they don't go tell somebody else about it. That's the way the world goes. If you got kids and you know what, they're growing up and you find a good deal, you're going to call them up. If you got friends, you go to a movie, you see a good movie, you go call your friends, tell them to go see it. Anything that we enjoy, a good restaurant, a good mechanic, a good hairdresser, you know what, we can't wait to tell other people about them, and so it's just a natural progression of things. And so why wouldn't we understand that we could take a business, we could get involved simply right now for like $99. You get in and it's $99 worth of price, $120 worth of products you get for $99, and you get the opportunity to be involved in this business portal and this business industry called networking or relational marketing or whatever I like to call it relational marketing. That's the way I've always built the business. But there are many people now using the internet, internet marketing, building the business through the internet. And so I love that we have products that we brought on, like our Acai Plus. Our Acai Plus, we've got a
Amazon rainforest where nature's secret.
I'm not going to show that now, but if you understand, we have a product that's I'm calling it, it's one of these products that changed my destiny because 20 years ago, almost 20 years ago, I met Brig Hart and I'd known Brig, and he called and says, "Hey, I'm looking at something looks like we can help some people make some money. Are you open?" And my gosh, I told him no twice and almost deleted my future. I mean, you can reboot or you can choose not to reboot. You can fall into whatever comfort zone you're in, whether it's terrible, you can still get comfortable at it. And I was in a spot where, I was doing good, but I wasn't doing great. I was just doing good. And he calls and said, "I'm looking at something looks like it helps people make some money." We brought the acai berry to America. That company, in a matter of a few years, I made millions and millions of dollars. And I helped a lot of people make millions of dollars. I mean, it was the craziest thing on the planet. 2008, everybody knows what's going on. Everybody's losing everything. I made $6-7 million that year. And so why? Because timing is everything. And just because things are bad on one, there's always something else that's good. And so you always have to be looking and you have to be willing to, to move to the right, move to the left. That's what I call networking. It's a move that can be an enhancement that can change your destiny. And so, you know what? I love this. We have exceptional products, as I was just sharing, the Acai Plus, our fuel additive, and all of these things, like our fuel has got all these patents on it. Our product, Acai's got 34 patents on just one of the ingredients in it. And I'm going, man, I know this, that, what, for the last 20 years, drinking the acai has made me young. It's made my skin look good. It's made, my joints where I can still work every day. I can still mow the yard if I want to. I can still crawl in an attic if I want to. I'm doing some electrical work in the house right now. I'm putting in a new bathroom. And I'm going, I can still do it. Now, I'm not doing it fast. I can just tell you that. And I don't even know whether I'm doing it well, but I'm still doing it. And so I love that we got all these categories. We got health and wellness, performance and recovery. That's our tape, our kinesiology. We got a whole line of juvenile products. One of the top companies in America that sells juvenile products and teen products. We have it available in our site. Then we got a whole travel network, which is called Voyager. It's a portal to the world. It's kind of like, there's that little commercial where the guy opens up the eye, where you can see, well, that's what Villager is. Voyager, I mean, you open it up, it's like you see the whole universe. And it's got travel. Sharon, Nick, they had me on the call last couple of days ago, or last week, I guess it was. I think it was first this week. And I was just saying, I just booked a trip to Italy. And I just booked a 12-day cruise from Italy to Spain. And I booked it for under $4,000 for 11 days for Debbie. I had a spa suite. And I'm going, who does this? You know what? But I called Voyager, and you know what? There's a whole team of agents available to us in Asheville, North Carolina. I got a little girl there that's all, I say she's, I don't know how old she is, but she always helped me. Her name is Jennifer. And so I called for Jennifer. She said, "Mr. Cal, what do you want?" I said, "I want to take my wife to Italy for her birthday, November 3rd. So I looked at this cruise on November 4th. So November 2nd, we're flying to Italy. You know what? We're going to be in Athens, Greece first. And we're going to go ahead, we'll spend the day there. Then we're going to get on a boat. And we're going to spend the next 11 days going all through, I guess, the Mediterranean and the Adriatic. And so I'm going, man, you know what? Normally that would have been a $6,000 or $7,000 trip. And I believe I'm getting it for a tremendous discount, just like I've gotten the other 3 trips that I've already booked through Voyager, saving thousands of dollars. And so we have nutrition, sustainability. Last night on the call, Mark Seaborn is so fired up about this perfect food for the perfect body. We got a product coming, another wow product coming. And so imagine being in a business where, you market things to yourself. And as you buy us, I've shared in the past, I bought my own Skechers shoes through our portal. My son-in-law went to Bass Pro Shop and bought all kinds of stuff, and even bullets. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't talk about bullets tonight, but I'm going, man, what a disaster would have happened in our country if Donald Trump hadn't turned his head. But the sadness of that is somebody else had to pay the price. And so, but all the things that we have available to us are incredible, and we're in an incredible time. We can be frustrated, we can act like things are desperate, but we live in America, the greatest country on the planet, and you decide every day how you're going to build your future with your family. And so, Super Savers, we've got all kinds of products. We got 3 ways to join. Again, simplicity. You can get in as a spectator. It doesn't cost you anything. Somebody's going to show you a little icon or a QR code. You shoot that, and you can go and cruise the site, take a look at what we're doing, watch a couple of videos, and then you want to become either a test driver an affiliate marketer for $9.99. It's the way of the future for most companies. You know, Costco and Sam's and well, all these companies are going to an affiliate program. Well, we have an affiliate program. No, I know, but they pay you $200 in hotel credits to even get involved. It only costs you $9.99. So in a year you spend $1,200, but they already gave you $200 to be used in hotels and that kind of thing. And then we're here tonight to talk about becoming a business owner or a business builder, a driver. Two ways to get in. You know, actually there's three ways right now because they're running a promotion in the month of July, and it's for $99, and you get a spot in the matrix. And is that important? Someday in the next year, 2, 3, 5, 10, there are going to be people speaking about, man, I'm so glad that I took my $99 and, you know what, got in and got the spot, because now, you know, that spot is enhanced our business, enhanced our life. It's changed our future. And I would tell you, if you're on here tonight and you haven't gotten in, get in. $99. It's less than a couple steaks somewhere. But you have an opportunity like I did in 2005 to change my destiny by just saying yes, even though I said no twice. Finally, I go, yeah, it makes sense. Let's go ahead and, man, to be able to buy your own product, save some money, and then be able to tell your friends, your family, associates that, hey, I'm looking at something. Looks like we can all gather together. When you can save some money by buying for yourself. If you want to make some, I'll help you teach some other people. And so we got a monthly package. It's normally $65. And you can pick any one of those wow products to get started with. And then down the road, you can change that as you go. It's called a subscription. And so, you know what? We have all the tools that you need to build a successful business. Tonight, I'm just kind of going through some details, you know, to give you, hopefully, to kind of get you, okay, spur you on to find out some more information. If you've been invited here tonight, you know what? You just need to get back with the person that invited you. You know, I know you're busy, just like I'm busy. I've got lots of things going on. You know, I'm wearing glasses because I'm having trouble with my eyes. I go to the doctor the other day and I have a physical. My doctor gets a little upset with me because he can't find anything really wrong with me. And at 72, he's expecting something. And he goes, no, your blood's good. Everything's good. You know what? So it was like he was disappointed, but I wasn't, because I've been trying to keep myself healthy for years. And so I like that we now have a whole back office, not only through our Stoplight Go site, we have a back office that catalogs everything we're doing, but we also have r3gteam.com, as I was talking about earlier, that you can go to. And it's got guides and tutorials and presentations. It shares tonight, like tonight's meeting, the Zoom is on the calendar. You hit the calendar and then go down, you hit the, I don't even know what they call that, what you hit, but it takes you right to the Zoom. And so, you know what, it does all these things. We got daily Zoom meetings. We got stats tracking progress and earnings and shareable landing pages, all these things that gives you, I love this, the biz on the go. And so there are 10 ways to earn. I'm not going to go into them, but I just say this, that 10 ways to earn is better than one or two. And as you now build the business after the call last night, I'm going to share a couple things that have changed, or enhancements, because an enhancement is when it brings people more money, when it makes people excited. Change people hates, but an enhancement everybody loves. So here's a new enhancement. You know, if you were in and have been in for the last 3 or 4 months, you had to have 3 people. You got in, you put 3 people in, and you know what? You became what we call an owner, and then you helped those 3 people get 3, and then you were a one place owner too. And they just changed that, enhanced that, you become an owner with 2 people now, 2 drivers under you. And so it goes from having 9 people, you know, in your first 2 to 6. So it's a third easier. And then they go, okay, well, now we're going to let people in for $99. So instead of 300, instead of 500, $99, get your placement, get some products. I would recommend that if you're going to get in and decide you want to build a business, that you get a dragster pack. Why? Because it's more product, and you can't sell a business from empty shelves. So you'll have some samples to share with people. Then they got a new bonus when you go bronze, which is just 2, getting 2, helping 2 get 2. Now you become a bronze, and you're going to get a $200 bonus that wasn't there last week for going bronze. And then they have new bonuses as you build the business. When you get 10 drivers, you went from 20 10 10 to 40 20 20, meaning those people that you put in the business underneath you, if they made $100, you would get paid 20. You know what? And down the next level, you would get paid 10 from those people if they did the same amount of business. And so what happened is you either got paid 20 10 10 or 40 20 20 if you had 10 owners. And then if you got to what we call our pools, which start at silver, now they're going to start at bronze, which is a lot easier. It's, you know, so we get to bronze, then silver, then gold, then, you know, sapphire, then ruby. All those have what we call a pool. There's money put in every week in a pool. And if you hit that, you get the pools. Well, before, for those who maybe have been in the business, they didn't get on the call last night, you either got either or. If you had 10 drive, you got 20 10 10 or 40 20 20, and or the pool. Now you're going to get both. So immediately I just got a major enhancement on my business. And so because I have more than 10 drivers, I would recommend, you only need 2 now to get to all the money. but I would recommend you always have a couple on the side. You know what? And they've got where there's a bonus if you get 10. That may be another enhancement down the road that might make it easier. But right now, throw a bunch of people in there. How many people that you know that shop and buy and would like to save money? Everybody, your kids, your family, your uncles, aunts. So, don't stop thinking. Don't start thinking of who could use needs this. Start thinking of who would use this. Everybody. And so, we have real time commissions. We get paid all these 10 bonuses once you start developing business. And you get down to this bottom luxury rewards. If you go gold in the next 30 days, you're going to earn a free trip to San Diego, California. And you know what? What's so important about that? So San Diego's not, a dream trip. Well, it is to me. I want to go to San Diego. My granddaughter lives in LA, and I'll be able to go in there a little early. She's going to come down. We're going to be in a major hotel, have some time together. We'll go out to eat. I'm going to try to go to the Hearst Castle because I've always wanted to go there. Now you talk about a dreamer. A guy buys the top of a mountain and builds the most beautiful home at that time on earth, and then makes it into a zoo. And as years ago, we heard about this place almost weekly about how movie stars were there, presidents were there. And I'm going, man, I'd love to see that one day. And so, man, it's a major enhancement to me to go to San Diego, California. And you know what? I've qualified, and they only got 30 people that can qualify for this trip. And I think there's already 12 or 14 that have qualified. But that means there's still 16 spots, 18 spots available. So what are you waiting for? Timing's now. I love that, the Jaguars a couple of years ago said, it's go time. It's go time. It's time that we get off our rusty dusty. We quit saying I got too many things to do, because I've used that my own excuse to bring and other things. I'm too busy right now. I got this, I got that. No, we're never too busy to help somebody else or to help our own family. And so we got these new bonuses, and then we got this new product that, like I said, that Marcus, man, he's been promoting it for months and months and months, and now that's going to come to fruition. And what he shared last night, he's all excited that we're going to launch that new product in California. And so to the goals. And so tonight, if you're just coming, to be involved, I would just tell you, simple concepts: shop and save, share and earn, exceptional product, simple way to create extra income. If you're ready to go, get back to the person that invited you, keep it simple. Invest $99 to $500 to get your spot, get in a spot so you can go ahead and achieve whatever it is that you want to achieve. You set some goals, you make commitments and a goal, like the devotional said. You know what? You get a little bit strict with yourself. Okay, let's stop using all the excuses we can use. You know what? I'm too busy. What about my family? What about my work? Everybody's got time. Shut the TV off. I'm not telling people to get off TV together. Back in our early days of networking, we told people to shut the TV off, and some of them went a little crazy. But I'm going, no, shut the TV off. Hey, get out of your cell phone a little bit. That would be good. We're sitting there all day long on our cell phone being non-productive with it. Let's turn it into something productive. We can, send all this information out to people we know with a touch of a button, using, C4, using our marketplace, using Stop Like Go, or using r3gteam.com. We can do it either place, send out all this information to friends, family, and others that we think, you could run into somebody today. You go, man, I really just like that guy. I only had a little conversation. I remember, running into somebody at a McDonald's once, and I just heard him talking to some other people. I said, this is a sharp guy. And I just said, hey, you know what? I tapped him. I said, this is a shot in the dark. But I'm looking for a couple of key people in this area to launch a business. You think you might know anybody that's sharp and ambitious, interested in making some money? And you know what? I'm hoping he's going to say him. And if he does, then you know what? I'll book a time where I can come back, have a cup of coffee with him, spend 20 to 30 minutes, let him know that I'm not going to take any more time than that. And then we'll know whether he's got an interest and whether I should have an interest in him. Let's keep this business simple. Let's keep it pure. You know what? Let's try not to gunk it up with all the other kinds of things that we're thinking about, having a billboard, blah, 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 doing all these crazy things. They've done it all for you. You can go spend money or you can make money. That's your choice. And so I like the idea. I'm going to shop and save. I'm going to share and earn. I'm going to do all my traveling and all my purchases that I can through our portal called Voyager. Every day, just about, I'm on Voyager doing something, either buying a product, searching out a product. I don't have everything, but searching out a product. Every time I go travel somewhere for a hotel room, for a trip, I am on Voyager and I am booking through Voyager because nobody's going to do it cheaper than them. And so now we've been to Hawaii, we've been on a 10-day Caribbean cruise. You know what? We've used our hotels around the state of Florida. We're getting ready to, we just went to Las Vegas and used, a Marriott. We went through Voyager to get a Marriott 3-bedroom condo there. And now we're going to Italy. And probably between now and going to Italy, we'll use it again for something else. So all kinds of great things happening at Stop Like Go. You know what? R3G and Stop Like Go, it's a winning combination.